Well, they say it's kind of frightening how this younger generation swings. You know, it's more than just some new sensation. Well, the kid is into losing sleep, and he don't come home for half a week. You know, it's more than just an aggravation. And the cradle will run. Yes, the cradle will run. And I say, rock, roll. Ooh. Rock, crawl. And when some local kid gets down, they try and drum him out of town. They say you could at least fake it, boy. Fake it, boy. At an early age, he hits the street, winds up tied with who he meets, and he's unemployed. Ow! In the cradle will run. Ow! In the cradle will run. And I say, rock, call. Rock, call. Have you seen Junior's grades? And when some local kid gets down, they try and drum him out of town. They say you could at least faked it, boy. Faked it, boy. And so at an early age, he hits the street, winds up tied with who he meets, and he hits unemployed. His folks are overjoyed. And the cradle will run. Yes, the cradle will run. I say, rock, roll. Hey, rock, roll. Rock, roll.
And we're live. Whoa, we got people joining the chat. What's going on? What is going on? This is a satellite channel of the Watch Hangout satellite channel. It is incognito, but apparently not. Folks demanded a live stream, and that's what they're going to get. So here on Mr. GMT's channel, there is no such thing as copyright infringement. Van Halen from Woman and Children First was our intro. This song on this YouTube video had 4.7 million views. 4.7 million views. So a lot of people are watching it, and that was the intro. So I don't have any planned content, guys. I'm just popping on to celebrate the start of the July 4th weekend. I don't know if folks are traveling. I know we're celebrating that here in America, but we have some Canadian friends and folks from overseas. We had Mental Jock. What's going on, Mental Jock? How you doing, buddy? from Abu Dhabi. Abu Dhabi. I think that's where he's from, right? Let's go through and say hello to those in the chat. Thank you for supporting Mr. GMT show. Mr. GMT could not attend tonight. I will be the understudy. It's like going to a play. If you ever go to a play in Manhattan and you look at the playbill, and then instead of the name performer, you get the understudy. So that's what's happening tonight. But I guess the good news is I got some glare coming off this camera. You see that? I don't know what's going on, but I got it to work again. I don't know how that happened. At one point, my drivers weren't working, so my external camera was not syncing up with StreamYard, but the MacBook camera was pretty good. But I got this to work and the sound to work as well. Variety show. So hold on, let me get this back up. Patel Philippe, $5 super chat, minus $5. So that's a 0 super chat, which is good because we do not have super chats on this show and we will never be monetized. This better be a variety show. We need more than one pillar. Well, look, I don't know. Watch Talk, it's kind of what we do around here, but I'm free to roam, explore other topics, but we need variety. We do need variety. If I do a show and pop on a stream, I'd like to do something that really hasn't been done before. I don't know what that is yet. I'm still trying to figure that out, but again, this is the July 4th pregame. I'm drinking a Surfside iced tea and vodka. So these things have blown up. I don't know how long they've been around, but they're pretty good. They're not bubbly, so they don't really have carbonated water. So folks seem to like these. They have iced tea and vodka. They have the Arnold Palmer plus vodka. So we got the lemonade iced tea plus vodka. I think they have other flavors. They have grapefruit and vodka. So, these are pretty good, but, you could really drink a lot of these without even realizing it. And if you're out in the hot sun, you're going to start feeling a buzz pretty soon. So I'm sure those in America celebrating the 4th of July will be having some of these and other beverages of their choice. Andy Lewis. So let's get to some other folks. I don't know what Mr. GMT. Mr. GMT, what would he have played as an intro? Australian boy band. I'm thinking he's into techno. So I'm thinking he would be in that Audi TT with the top down playing some sort of club music, right? Techno music back from the 90s. I could totally see that, just bobbing his head, kind of like those guys at the Night at the Roxbury. Not that he would be dressed like those guys, but he would be playing that song. Mr. GMT is all class, man. What a class individual. The guy's welcome anywhere. He can pop on any stream. And if you go to Darwin, he'll hook you up with free souvla, gyros. Well, I don't know if it's going to be free for everybody, but he will hook you up. He will hook you up. And he is an amazing host from what I understand. In fact, on Mr. GMT, he sent me a poster many years ago when we started streaming. I saw it in his background. It was like a Joker poster. And so it was the Joker with these playing cards. Obviously the Joker was one of them. I think there was 2 Jokers. I'll show you guys if when it comes back, because I got the photo or the picture. He said, "Hey, Cap, I'll send it to you." And I ended up sending him, I think, some comic books that I had, some old comic books I had. So we traded them. Not really traded. We gifted it to each other, which was really nice, which is very cool. And they arrived safely. And I had his Joker poster kind of in a corner of this storage room that I have. And it was kind of crumbled up and, it was frayed at the edges. And you go on eBay, you could probably pick up a brand new one. But this one had character, if you will. Plus, it was a gift. So I had it in the corner for years, like 2 years. And it's amazing how long we've all been in this I don't know what you want to call it. The verse, the Archie verse, the extended Archie verse, the JJ verse, the community, um, fishbowl it's been referred to. I don't know. I think it, like to have it broaden out. Anyway, I'm getting it matted because I would thought about getting rid of it, and I'm like, you know what, that just wouldn't be right. You don't just get rid of a gift, but it wasn't, doing anything. It was just in the corner. So I ended up meeting somebody who does picture frames. So she's framing some of the other artwork that I got, and I've shared with some of you in the chats. And I told her, hey, can we just mat this and make it suitable for hanging? So that's what we're gonna do. So let me get to other people. Andy Lewis, howdy y'all? Howdy Andy, welcome aboard the good ship. Lollipop from Al, Cap, Toby, Keith, Red, White, and Blue. Man, I get a lot of requests. I'll tell you what. If you come on the panel and we can chat, I will play. If I could find it on YouTube, I'm sure I can. I will play it as long as it's not too long. We don't want to sit through 5 minutes of another intro song. GD, how you doing, GD? Hey boys, hey GD. Mental, always good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well, and thank you. Appreciate your service um, around the world and to your country. Um, let's see, there's some more Patel. I don't know about this other stuff. I don't know what's happening. Don't know. Have no idea, man. I don't really know what's going on that side of the world. All right, I'm just scrolling through. I'm still working on it, Vimal. I have some tentative plans. How are you celebrating the long weekend? Well, I just went to Costco. That's one thing that I did. And my only regret is that I didn't have a Costco membership sooner. I think Costco is amazing. I picked up some everything's obviously in bulk, right? So you have to either store it or freeze it or, consume it. But I got a big box of fireworks because fireworks apparently are now legal in my state. I'm sure there's limitations on it, but I saw this giant box of number of boxes of different types of fireworks. The box is like 6 feet high. It's got all sorts of different fireworks to shoot off. So I grabbed the box, and I'm figuring out where I'm going to a couple of different events this weekend. I'll probably be down in the shore for a barbecue party on Saturday. And I'd like to stay out there. So I'm still working that out. Tomorrow I might go hiking. And there's like a waterfall. So I might do that. But I bought a lot of food from Costco. So at some point I'll be hosting a barbecue. I got these dry rub ribs. I mean, they are just massive, and they're dry rub. So I got to figure out I'm going to grill those, and I got to figure out how to do that. Oh, there we go. Mental. Better be having a good single malt. Happy 4th. Yeah, happy. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it's funny. I have obviously, I have a ton of whiskey, but I've slowed down on my whiskey drinking. So now I'm drinking these, man. This is my drink of summer so far. These Surfsides. I'm still scrolling through the chat as people are quitting. I don't know who's quitting, who's retiring, who's coming, who's going. It's madness. It's madness. I do know that it seems like there's been a lack of streams, a lack of watch streams going on, and maybe that's because the watch market is dead and no one cares. That could be the reason the watch market is dead. Let me do a wristwatch check. Wow, we're a bunch of minutes in and haven't even done a wristwatch check. This is the AP Royal Oak 15300. You guys know it, 39 mil, quick set date. hacking seconds. Overall, just an amazing, awesome watch. I love this. I've also been rocking my Sea Dweller 16660, which I love. No Cyclops, aluminum bezel, tritium dial. I love that. That watch is man. I just wish I had it sooner, but hey, I'm glad I have it now. So I love that watch. Always looking for maybe a red line Sea Dweller down the line. What's up, Cap? Happy holidays, my friend. Your friend Mikey, always a pleasure to see you, man. Happy holidays. Happy 4th of July to you. Another legend. Awesome guy. And thank you for your service. And we appreciate it. Okay, so there's back and forth with there's back and forth. I think I'm behind here. I'm trying to catch up. You have the same cap. So Madman, do you have the Oris? You have the Oris cap with the New York Yankees? Trying to remember where I got this cap because it is. Oh, I know where I got it. Blake Rea. Yeah, Blake sent this to me. I think I asked him for it. I said I need some swag. Can I have that cap? And I appreciate the fact that he sent it to me. So I am very happy. He sent me this cap and I think one other something else. I forgot. But I was gonna go no cap. See how? Look at this. I spent one day in the beach. I've been outside too. I play a lot of pickleball, as you guys may know. I didn't think I'd do it. I know you could beat me up for it. I'm a tennis player. I gotta get back into that a little bit more. But pickleball is just easy. There's people playing day and night. They're not going to work. I don't know what they're doing. Young, middle-aged, old. It's insanity. I don't know if that's the same for the folks that I guess in the United States it's blown up. I don't know if around the world. I know they have Padel. That's I think in South America, Padel and Miami, and it's creeping up here too, up the East Coast. Padel is a thing now too, but pickleball is just so easy. You get a racket, you jump on the court, and almost anyone can play. It's a higher. It's a little more. It's the next level up from ping pong. I mean, that's basically what it is. But you do get, if you're running around and you're really playing, you could definitely break a sweat. So I think it's good in that regard for the obesity epidemic in America. I think it'll help that. And at the same time, it will keep orthopedic surgeons busy because there's a lot of injuries. Thank you. Oh, Patel Philippe. Madman, Cap has a great pickleball tan. Yes, that's right. Yeah, this is crazy. I did one day down at the shore, and I tried to put put lotion on, but I got completely fried. Thank you, Patel. Oh, you had the silver. Yeah, perfect size at 39. Yeah, I think it's a great choice. I hope that. I mean, I don't, I don't care that much about value, but it's always better when the thing's not sinking like a stone. It's always good when people recognize or other collectors and enthusiasts start, supporting the piece or buying it because, quite honestly, it fits most people's wrist better than the 41. And I could wear a 41. So one watch I did think about was the AP Chrono, the older iteration that has the module. And I think it's a JLC based chrono, but I want to say, I'm going to butcher the number 26, what is it? 331, something like that. I forgot when they discontinued that and they went with the AP in-house movement, which doesn't have the contrasting subdials. So I like the Oshin watch. That's what it is. Black dial with the silver subdials at 41. I think that's a killer watch. I always thought either adding that to this, so keeping this, because I don't want to get rid of this. I really do not. but I do want to add to it. I do want to add another AP. Royal Oak, maybe Royal Oak Chrono, maybe Royal Oak Offshore. Probably, I doubt it would be the code. Um, maybe a Royal Oak Diver. That's possible too. So you had the silver dial. I take it you don't have it that anymore, and you moved on. But yeah, I think as these things, I don't know, they get older and older, right? So the last model was this one, 2012, the last year of the 15300 before they went to the 15400. Also a great watch that's underappreciated, I think. That's dropped considerably and might be considered a good value. Is the 15400, but that's when they jumped it up to 41 mil, and then they went to the 15500, 15510 with the 50th anniversary, and I think that's where we are now. With changes to the dial and taking off the 15400, I think still had automatic on it, if I'm not mistaken, and then the date window was a little bit indented, which people didn't love. But then now that there's a lot of real estate on that dial right now on the 15.5, the 15.510. Madman, $5 super chat. Just kidding. Do you think it's the one to get then, Patel? I've been all over the place with which Royal Oak I'd like to try out. Oh, Madman, I don't know what your wrist size, but mine are big. I have like 7.5-inch wrists at max. Look at these. It's ridiculous. I think it's all that pickle playing. I don't know. And it's flat. And I think this ooh, look at that, out of focus. Wow. Okay, I'm back. I mean, look, it's floating a little bit, but I think that fits, man. I think it's best to look at a watch from distance a little bit to get the real look on your wrist, not jam it up into the camera. So I think it depends on your wrist to some degree, but I think it fits almost all wrist up to 7.5, even maybe a little bit bigger. Cap, the new Tudor Lagoon Blue has dropped on European Watch Company. Okay, so yeah, Tudor. I think I saw something about that. I wish I had somebody. I need a wingman. I need a wing person to be politically correct. Where's my wing person? Just pull stuff up. Make me a moderator. Where's Marco? I need a wing person. He's not. He's not pulling things up these days. He's moved on. Those days are over. He's at Berdeen's doing his thing. And now Keslow has joined the watch dealer. What do you want? What should we call it? I don't know. He's become a watch dealer, man. He is at Happy Jewelers. Happy Jewelers. I like the content Kesslow's putting out. Very knowledgeable, man. He does a really good job on those stories. Puts out stories and/or reels and posts. So I like his Instagram content. Very informative in a short period of time, and he does a really good job. He presents very well. Fleabay, baby. Yeah, I bought my Tag Heuer, the Carrera, on Fleabay. I had a good experience, but I'd be a little concerned with. I would be a little concerned with purchasing a watch that's more expensive than, I don't know, 4 or 5,000 on there, but they do have an authenticity guarantee or an authenticity program. So hopefully they take a look at the movement and open the case back, because that's really the only way you can authenticate a watch. And then if you go even further, I mean, if you had your watch service, let's say you had a Rolex, and for one reason or the other, you went to a local jeweler, right? And they said, yeah, we service Rolex watches, no problem. And they may even say, hey, we have a Rolex parts account too. And yeah, I source all my parts from Rolex. And you believe them, like, yeah, no, oh, okay, that's great, good, because I want all authentic parts. If they use, a screw, or let's say you needed, a new, uh, I don't know, jewels, or if you needed a new balance wheel, or if you needed a new rotor, whatever it may be, and they don't source it from Rolex, and instead they use a third party supplier, you would never know unless you open that watch or had someone else open that watch and check every part of that watch. So, I mean, I think it gets a little tricky. Or, does one screw mean the watch is Franken? It's not 100% authentic. So, these are the questions that keep me up at night. And really, it's hard to know unless you're an expert, and open up every watch you have, unless you bought it from an AD and know everything about it and had it serviced at an AD, or through Rolex, right? If it's Rolex, let's stick with the Rolex example. The minute it kind of goes out of that chain, out of that chain of custody and into some third party's hands, there's a risk. There's a risk. And now, if you knew of an expert that could take a look at that watch and say, no, 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 it's all good, but at some level, there is trust when you're going outside of, the Rolex Service Center, in the case of Rolex, or any other service center, AP, Patek, there's plenty of watchmakers out there that service these pieces, but, you're trusting that A, they know what they're doing, and B, they're using all genuine parts. 17 viewers. Wow, that's way too many. I am humbled. Madman, small wrist. Yeah, 39. Definitely Madman. Are you serious? Try one out and see if it sticks. Yeah, I say do that. I'd say go for it, man. And I think you will not be disappointed. I want to see Patel Philippe's comment here about 15300 for me is great. I'd avoid the 15400 because they jam the same movement into a bigger case, right? If you must go 41, go 55 or 510. Yeah, yeah. That's really good advice. But I guess the trade-off there is, you're right. It's not going to look as pretty, right? It's going to be the smaller movement in a larger form factor. It actually looks small even in the 15300, to be honest, but at least that's their in-house movement, if that matters to people. As is the 15400. But if you want, I guess, the best of both worlds, you go to 15500. But they did change the dial, so you're not getting that. And I'm pretty sure they removed automatic from the 15500, so it's all dial, or most of it's dial. So these are the subtle differences. I don't think you can go wrong either way, and you're going to get a much better price on the 15400 because it's not as loved. It's just not as loved. Mikey in the chat. We got Robert Wood. Good evening. Good evening, Robert. Welcome to the show. Thanks for joining. We do have a guest that said that they are going to try to join shortly, but they just couldn't get out. AB. Good to see you, AB. AB is supporting the show. Vamal, the 30s. I like the 37 and maybe even the 34 mil AP Royal Oak. Wow. I don't know what size is your wrist, Vamal? I mean, that's taking hipster to a new level, man. I want to start calling you. Who's that guy that sells? I I should know this. Who's the guy that sells all the vintage watches? Mike Nouveau. Mike Nouveau. It sounds like you have been brainwashed by Mike Nouveau. 34 millimeter AP Royal Oak. Wow. I mean, that's definitely lady size. If you go back, I don't know, 40, 50 years, that was probably standard for men. And, I know brands like Patek Philippe, all the brands had smaller chiclet size watches. Cartier had small. They still have small watches, but I know they do the extra large in some of their tanks, right? The Tank XL. Um, oh, this is good. This is good. Hold on, I cannot make him wait.
Oh,
This is an all-star.
oh, here I am.
Isn't it to save the day?
There goes the ratings.
I've never been happier to see you, Mitch, and I mean that.
I spread joy wherever I go.
Hey, you're bringing joy to this channel right now. I gotta be honest. I'm floundering like a fish. I gotta tell you, it is not easy to riff solo. I'm not
No.
practiced at it at all, and it's you're just continuously talking, and believe it or not, I don't really like to talk too much.
Yeah, I'm like that too. I'm better reacting at things other people say than just going on endlessly myself, which is weird since I used to be a high school and college debate team person.
Oh wow. Yeah, that is weird. You have practice.
Yeah,
Debate prep.
it served me well in my career because I did a lot of speaking to like boards of directors of large companies, and you have to be able to not exhibit fear.
Right, exactly. Fake it till you make it.
Yeah.
Fake it till you make it. So welcome aboard, and listen, it's open panel, it's open topic. I'm just trying to get through these chats and catch up. I'm almost there. AB is on here.
AB, all right.
Oh, he said he bought 6 to 7 watches from 1916 via eBay. Oh, so 1916 on eBay. No issues. Well,
yeah.
I mean, how does that work? I mean, if I saw 1916 listing on eBay, is it a cheaper price buying it on eBay versus calling up Tim Masso and saying,
I've bought several pieces from them that way.
Okay.
And so what I normally do is I find a piece that I like. I call my 1916 guy and I say, well, I like it, but not at that price. And he'll go, well, if you go through our eBay listing, I can take off $500 off the top.
Okay.
Because apparently, and this is going to sound really weird, eBay pays the 1916 company for 1916 to sell watches on eBay.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that kind of makes sense. Because don't they get a fee as well? So they pay them, but they also get a cut, right, of a fee on a sale on eBay?
Yeah, but that's not, so if I negotiate a fee via eBay of $6,000,
right,
that 6,000 plus 500 goes to 1960.
Gotcha. Yeah, you know what? I'm trying to remember when I bought my tag, if there was a buyer's premium. I don't think there was. No?
The seller, when you sell something on eBay, the seller pays. Basically.
Right. Okay. Gotcha. So let's continue here and get through these chats. Looking very serious, Cap. Yes. Why so serious? It's from the original, the Batman trilogy of Chris Nolan. When the Joker made that speech, I don't know if you remember that. He says, my father said, why so serious? Looking very serious. Yeah, I'm in serious mode, man. Stream time. Royal Oak has been on the agenda for too long. Yeah, you got to scratch that itch, man. And I don't think you're going to regret it. It's an awesome watch. Oh, Vimala 6.25. Yeah, 39 looks good. I think that works for you. And maybe Vimal was talking about a 34 millimeter Royal Oak.
Eek.
That's taking Mike Nouveau to a new level.
Yeah.
I mean, God damn. I mean, that's not even a watch at that point. You better bring a loop around. Carry a loop with you, or a magnifying glass, just so you could read the watch. Um, yeah, 34 to 35. That's true. Vintage watches, man. I mean, there's larger vintage watches. I mean, Rolex has a ton, in the 40 mil range. I don't know if those Explorers, the 39 mil, what year they are, they first came out. So I don't know if they probably don't qualify as vintage yet, but they were 39. Just top of mind. I'm just trying to think. But I think a lot of Rolex or vintage watches are larger. I mean, they had the 40. You have to go way back, right, for the subs and subs, GMT's, Sea Dwellers. Yeah, there's a lot of larger. But if he's talking about Patek vintage, I think he's right.
Even Omega vintage, what was big for an Omega back then was 36 millimeters.
Right. Yeah. Even those, so I like some of those DeVilles and Constellations.
Yeah.
Even those Omega Seamaster dress watches, man.
Yeah.
I think those, and those aren't that expensive either. Like a nice classic looking Omega Seamaster dress piece. I think if you show up anywhere wearing one of those, you win.
Yeah.
It's game over. No?
No, I agree. I think, especially if you find one with the pie pan dial.
Ah, the pie pan. Yes. Yeah. I know he'd be great to join us as well, but I don't know where he's been. Timely Behavior.
Yep.
Timely Behavior, because he buys and restores a lot of the vintage stuff, and his collection has a lot of vintage stuff. Things like the Constellation, and I forgot what else. He's got a Tudor. I think he's got a Black Bay. I don't know. I'm just making shit up. I don't know what he has. But even though he showed me his entire collection, 34 mil wrist backing me up in a bar brawl. 34 mil. Right. Well, you might break your Cartier tank. The strap may pop right off. Just remember, it's not the size of the watch. Let's see, 10% eBay coupon on 1916. So it looks like they're trying to dump some pieces. I wonder if they're giving 10% off of Debitoons.
Oh God!
I wonder if we can buy a 10%. I wonder if eBay has any Debitoons on their site. Debitoon.
I've never been a huge Debitoon fan, but I'm weird.
No, I don't think so. I think a lot of the rest of the world agrees with you. I mean, I think there's cool. They're pretty cool. I know when 1916 was, really spruiking those watches pretty hard. A couple of years ago, it's like they knew what was coming and they cornered the market on Debitoon.
Then they bought the company.
That's right. Hey, at least they put their money where their mouth is, though.
Yeah.
The one thing that I like about Debitoon, like that gives me a little bit of comfort, is that 1916 owns either a majority of it or all of it. I don't know the details, but let's just say they have a controlling interest.
They have a controlling interest, yeah.
So if that's the case, at least I think that 1916 will be around to support the brand. So when I look at some of these independents, I'm like, yeah, Laurent Ferrier, Grubel Force. I mean, hopefully they'll be around, but it's a risk. I don't know if they will or not. So I need guarantees, Mitch. I need assurances.
There ain't no guarantees, Cap.
Yeah. I'm afraid so.
Yeah.
There is some content I'd like to play because I think you may enjoy it. And I haven't seen it yet. And it's my friends at Subdial. My friends being, I know who they are and they have no idea who I am, but I like their content and I haven't watched it yet. So, I mean, if you don't mind, we could play that and comment on it. But Omega Jumbos are 37. sent you a link. I don't know if I could. I'm not. I don't think I could pull up links, man. I don't know how you even do that. I guess you know what? I'd have to open up. I'd have to open it up in a probably a new window and share the screen. I probably can do it. Um, let's see if I could figure it out. AB aspiring watchdog Debitoon is meh.
Yeah.
Meh. So do you like MBNF over Debitoon, Mitch? What
Yeah.
would be in that kind of genre? And I mean, you could throw Jorn in there. There's a list
Yeah. Well, I like
a mile
MBNF.
long.
I think Jorn is more conventional from a design perspective than MBNF or
Mm-hmm.
Dibatoon.
Yeah. Or Verk.
Or Verk. I mean, we've talked about this on other streams before, but you can get an Urwerk look-alike for 1/10 or less of the price.
Yeah, the Atawak.
Atawak, Zurich,
Oh,
another company.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, I know. And then I when I dug a little deeper down the rabbit hole, I noticed that Urwerk doesn't make their own movements. If that's an issue, which look, neither does Hermes, right? They use voucher, so I don't know how much weight that carries, and I'm sure they modify it or heavily modify it in house.
I think Hermes may own part of voucher.
That's possible. I thought also voucher was on the sale block. Like I thought they also were possibly going to be sold.
Yeah, but Parmigiani, which is also part of that same group, took itself off the market last week.
Now I wonder if that's because they weren't happy with the bids, or they're turning things around and they feel that they can.
I think that they weren't happy with the bids.
Give it a go.
And their new designs seem to be getting better reviews than their older designs.
I actually like that. Which one? It's the new Tonda, right?
Yep.
I mean, I like that watch. I don't love if you call it coin edge on the bezel.
Yeah.
I don't love it, but I know somebody who got who went with a group to Parmigiani in Fleurier, or I don't know how you pronounce that. I've heard it pronounced a couple of different ways, but we're going to go with Fleurier. So they went to Fleurier in a group, and they actually commissioned. This is really interesting. They commissioned Parmigiani to make like 10 or 20 pieces, a special edition. And I think it was a purple dial. I want to say it's a purple dial, or that might be that may be one of their newer colorways, but it was beautiful, man. It wears amazing too. It wears amazing. All right, so I have the content ready to go. Maybe this is funny. So let's go to Vimal. I like the engagement with the chat, but viewership is sinking like a stone. Not that it was high before, but it kind of bounces around. Like people, I think it's like going to watch. It's like watching a car crash. Like they'll slow down for a couple of minutes, right, and see what's going on, and that creates like rubbernecking and traffic jams. They'll take a look, and then they'll just keep going. I'm not interested. Boom, they keep going. But happy 4th, by the way.
Same to you guys.
Yeah. Happy 4th to everyone in the chat who's supporting the show. Feel free to not like, don't subscribe, and don't upvote. Doesn't Urwerk use GP and Zenith movements? I don't think so.
They might, and then they might put a module on top of them to
I don't
work thing.
Yeah, you know what? I don't know the answer to that.
Neither do I.
But if I had to bet, if I were to just take a wild stab, I'm going to say no, just to be contrarian. Could be wrong. All right. Maybe Nate can make one of his lowball bids for Parmigiani. Oh, for the company? Yeah. He might as well buy a company. Why not at this point? You know?
Yeah, how much is this $10,000 company worth?
Right. Hey, your company's got negative equity. Just give it to me. I'll turn this ship around. But yeah, look, I think my understanding is the owners of who owns Parmigiani. I think
The
it's part of another.
Sandoz Family Foundation.
Right. So they have enough money to support it. They don't need to sell it a fire sale. And I guess I don't know if Michael Parmigiani is still at the helm or still like, you know, creative is still there, like in any
That's a
any
good
capacity.
question.
But
That's a good question.
I think they gave him free reign and said, "Hey, you do what you want.
Yeah.
You know, we'll keep this company going." I want to say I just heard of another. Oh, when I was reading about Urban Jurgensen, formerly known as Urban Jerkinson, but Urban Jurgensen, that was, I guess, saved, if you will, by a very wealthy person who was interested, you know, very big collector who also, like, I think had a ton of money from private equity or another life.
Yeah.
And these guys have a passion for it.
Yeah. Well, Kari Voutilainen is one of the partners also.
They brought Carrie in, yes. They brought him in. I don't know what, you know, we're not privy to the details on, you know, ownership stakes and equity stakes, but yeah, I'm sure he got something. So I'm going to add another special guest. It's a great privilege and honor. Look at this, man. People are flocking to the show. It's without further ado that I bring the one and only, the man who needs no introduction, but I'll give him one anyway. Kurt.
What's up? What's up?
Kurt. Hey. Welcome aboard.
Yeah, right. So
good to have you.
The 1916 deals on eBay are great, and I wish I had money. That's all it takes.
Are they putting a lot of stuff up on eBay?
Yeah, there's a ton, and it's all 10% off, basically, up to $700, I think. So I mean, you know,
not bad.
It's pretty. I mean, it's really great for some of this stuff. It's just like, man, I don't know. It's like that's just bad news.
So, Kurt, let me ask you something. Have you recently have you made any recent acquisitions that are public or that
nah
you what was your latest piece? What was your last piece? I thought you did purchase something recently, or is that
I bought a
and you don't have to disclose anything on this show. This show you don't have to say or do anything.
Well, I picked up the Snoopy a couple months ago.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I think that's the last one I showed.
Okay. Okay.
Other than that, no, I mean, like, I'm not really thinking of unboxing it, but I got the Lavender OP a couple days ago.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I got the Lavender OP.
Oh, that's incredible.
It's cool. It's like it's about as girly of a watch as I'll wear.
Yeah, but you got it though. So they only make that one. Well, they don't make it in
41. It's 36 and under.
36 and under. So did you get the 36 or did you go?
I got the 36.
Did you go all Vamal and go like 34 or 32?
No. I got the 36. My wrist can handle it. It's 7 1/4, so it definitely fits fine. 36 is that fine. I think I prefer it to the 41, but that's just me. I did just see the boat anchor, the big gold brick. That thing is ridiculous.
Oh yeah. Oh shit.
Yeah.
The
deep sea.
Yeah.
So what do you think of that? The deep sea.
Oh god, it's so stupid. I mean, like it's cool, but it's like stupid. Like, why does this exist? Right? It's like it's what is it? It's like it's really heavy. Like, I mean, it literally like. It's a deep sea because it's involuntary because it drags you to the bottom.
Yeah.
But like it's so heavy. It's so good though. It's just there's something about it that's really cool. It's just like I don't know why you exist. But yeah, I mean that was kind of a cool one to see.
Yeah, very cool.
I also saw the new that was it Flamingo Blue Tudor, the Chrono or whatever, and I was kind of shocked. It is like a really off the wall blue. Like it is not like the Rolex turquoise. It is like I can't even describe it. It's almost like radioactive. It's really strange.
In
Would
a
not be
good
my
way or a bad way?
uh
Like if you
in
compare
a
the two, would you say that you were comparing it to which one? The Daytona, like the Platona blue? No.
I
Or the
mean
Tiffany blue.
the
Or
Tiffany
Robin's
blue
egg.
they're using, the turquoise or whatever. Yeah, it's like so when it comes to turquoise, when I think of turquoise right now in the marketplace, I think of the Rolex one. I think
Mhm.
Omega has one, but they don't. Their colors are not as big as. And then the other one is like that. Even like the IWC stuff, they've been doing a lot of stuff for the F1 team, and that stuff is all kind of that has a bunch of like teal and turquoise in it.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
this thing is like I can't even explain. It's like radioactive. It's weird. I don't think I like it.
Mhm.
It it looks like, you know, when you had the CRTs and the CRT broke and it's showing the wrong color. That's kind of what it looks like. It's like this doesn't even look. It's just so strange. It's like it's cool it exists, but it's super strange. But yeah, I mean that's. But yeah, our local AD is like both of them are like they're like in an arms race right now because the new one just opened up and the old one just expanded, so like
Mhm.
everything is like an arms race. So like a few people got OPs delivered from the old school AD, but the new one is like a boutique or whatever, and that thing
Mhm.
is just getting crazy. Like
Hmm.
that place is nuts all the time.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. I registered interest for the 41 pistachio and
that thing
beige
is so cool.
and the beige, and I doubt I'll get the call anytime soon. I have to be more aggressive if because there was a period of time, Kurt and Mitch, that I don't know about you guys, I just didn't care. Like I
Hmm.
didn't want another watch for like the last 2 years from Rolex. Like I didn't want to
Hmm.
play any games. I didn't want to visit again and say, "Hey, I'm here." You know, I didn't want to do any of that. I wanted to avoid them because I didn't want them to offer me, more two tone sky dwellers, white dial sky dwellers or cookie monsters or retail. So I said, I'm out of this game. But that's it's really
Yeah,
sad. It's really sad because I want to see the new releases at Rolex. So I think the only way it's been suggested to me that I have to uh, basically appeal to management of Rolex or say, hey, can we have a sit down? Or hey, I'd like to look at the new novelties and set up a meeting or something. And saying, if I'm really that interested, though, like I don't want to
yeah,
say, hey, what's the roadmap for me getting a Daytona? I
yeah.
really don't give a shit.
Well, because they're not going to answer it anyway,
Yeah,
right? Like
yeah.
I mean, there are very few companies that will answer that, right? Like unless it's like
But
something that's
Tech,
readily on order. Yeah.
I mean, right? They say, hey, it'll take you 5 pieces to get a Nautilus. Are you ready? Do you want to play? After 3 pieces, I think you're entitled to a steel sports watch, and that could be a Cubitist two tone.
Ew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. Can you imagine that being the prize? Like,
Oh my God. Yeah, it's like Bad Luck Brian. It's like one lottery was $5. Yeah. It's yeah, or one draft lottery. No, it's yeah, I mean Austin's just crazy right now and the AD has like everything you can look at basically except a land dweller. So that's pretty cool.
yeah,
Um I can't. My thing. I think the only difference. It's got to be the jewelry. I've just decided. All right. I don't know how serious I am about buying a bunch of Rolexes,
hmm
but if I'm gonna buy jewelry and I don't have a preference, well, this will give me a shot. And so,
I think that's never a bad idea. and
yeah. And
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 it's a good
honestly,
idea actually if you want the jewelry,
yeah,
right, for
yeah,
whomever, significant other, wife, girlfriend, anybody, cousin, mother, yourself, it doesn't matter, like that's the way
yeah,
to do it.
yeah, 100%. And I think I think the thing is I don't know. It's like I also really like my sales associate. I really enjoy being at their new place. It's they've done a really good job, so I don't mind giving money to that place. But yeah, it's definitely still really hard. It's like way harder to get a Rolex than it should be, but it is what it
It,
is,
it, it
right?
is. I hear the same thing, and they're always saying every time that we don't know we don't know what we're gonna get.
I find that hard to believe.
Oh, I don't believe anything that they say, but that's what they're saying. That's what they say. That's their line.
Yeah. I mean,
What's
like,
in the box? Surprise!
So I'm
Oh, we
embarrassed
have
to
Daytonas
say
this month.
I'm embarrassed to say that I was the first person in line at Rolex's soft open in North Austin, and they had nothing in stock. And I think the owner of it's like those weird AD boutique things where it's like it's not a corporate store, but it's a boutique because they've basically ceded all management to Rolex. But like the guy was kind of like the owner is like, yeah, we know we'll probably get two or three and probably one in steel, right? Like they have an idea, but I don't know how much of an idea they have.
All right, Kurt, I have something for you, man. I'm gonna pull this up. You guys talk amongst yourselves while
I just refuse to play the game. Period.
I get it. And you know what? I wouldn't play the game if it weren't for the fact that I love buying my wife fancy jewelry because she doesn't buy it for herself.
Yeah.
Right. And it's like I honestly am gonna hold on to this lavender guy. I really like it. And it's kind of a cool thing for like a big dude to be wearing this little purple thing.
Yeah.
But it's not lost on me that I could flip it. Right.
Kurt, I have a special announcement.
Oh God.
I'm sorry. I gotta pause you for a minute. Our next guest. I didn't prepare a speech because I'm just not prepared for this moment right now. A man who needs no introduction. A man whose collection knows no bounds, whose taste is impeccable, a true collector enthusiast. Without further ado, I'm going to add him to the stage right now.
REG. It's REG.
You love him. I love him. We all love him. SLC Watch Collector.
Hey, boys.
How are you guys doing?
How are you? Look at that. It's not snowing.
It's not
Amazing.
snowing. It's great.
Green.
It's nice weather. Yeah, it's great.
Oh, that's awesome. It's good to see you, man. Great to see you. Thanks for joining the panel.
Hey, you bet. Just thought I would hop on and say hi and see how you guys are doing. And yeah.
Cool. What's the weather out there?
Oh, dude, weather is incredible. It's nice. It's not super hot. I'm enjoying the new piece right now. Enjoying I picked up a Yachtmaster Rose Gold.
Beautiful.
And really enjoying that, but things are going good.
Now,
did you get a yacht with it?
No yacht. Yacht.
He's got 4 or 5 yachts and
that's right.
And a few supercars.
Yeah.
That's right.
No yachts, but that's okay.
No yachts, but hey.
Better than my Aquanaut, I would say. So it's a fantastic watch. I'm really excited about it, but yeah.
Wait a minute. So you're saying better than your Aquanaut? That's a bold statement.
Pass on an Aquanaut and buy a Yachtmaster on Oyster Flex.
Wow.
I just did in white gold.
Oh yeah,
my God, you guys.
I know. You know, Kurt, it's like the Tissot PRX, which I think you bought one, didn't you?
I did because I wanted to be a collector, not an enthusiast.
Oh, okay.
I
recommended that watch, by the way. I recommended like 4 or 5 brands. So a guy I work with, a young kid, said, I want my first mechanical
100%.
watch. Right? And he said, I gave him 4 or 5 things. I'm throwing out Longines, Oris, but he wanted something that does everything, like a work watch. He could wear at work and he could wear it casually. And I said, boom, wait a minute. Check out the Tissot PRX.
Yep.
I said, do research, obviously. Go to Teddy Baldassar. He'll inundate you with more information that your head will explode. But he liked that watch the most out of all the ones I told him. He's like, I really like that watch. I don't know if he'll buy it, but he really liked it. So
it's nice. I wear mine frequently.
Yeah. But I forgot why I talked about this OPRX, but
Well, it's like
that's
such
neither
a
here
good
nor there.
watch. Well, it's such a good watch to suggest to somebody who has a budget,
Oh,
right?
so
Like,
yeah. So as back to SLC though.
Yeah.
So you're saying the Yachtmaster
Yes.
and Rose Gold, which I don't know, is that the same one Toyota Mo has?
No, I think his is yellow.
His is yellow gold.
Okay. So we got yellow, we got rose. Did someone say yours is white?
Mine's white.
Nice. We got the trio.
price of an automobile, you guys.
So what's the allure? Is it the Oyster Flex? Is it the
Yeah.
thinness of it? Is it the larger plots? You know,
So I like the the matte black dial is cool. The rose gold is cool for me. Mine's a 40. I think the yellow gold and the white are probably 42.
Yes.
Yeah.
So mine's a 40. I like the size. It does not have rotor wobble like my freaking my Aquanaut does.
Mm.
And I don't feel like it's gonna I'm gonna break it.
Mm-hmm.
What's the cure for a rotor wobble? You
There
have
isn't
some sort of penicillin for that?
Yeah, maybe a shot. Shot in the butt.
That's what I'm thinking.
Isn't the answer no ceramic bearings? Isn't it like just ceramic bearings that do
I
that?
think so.
Oh, that's deep. That's real watch. That's
yeah,
real
it's
talk
the
right there.
it's the ceramic
Holy
bearings
shit.
because they all like the 3-2 movements do it too.
Yeah.
And you have an overseas cap. Mine, it just sometimes it reminds you it's there.
Okay.
Yeah,
You
just
know
like,
it's there.
It's like out of nowhere. It goes.
Oh, I got a special
hello.
treat. I can't wait. That's a perfect segue, but I'm going to hold because we have, SLC. Hopefully you'll be able to stay on for a bit.
Yeah, I'll hang out.
Okay, good. I'm not going to play that subdial video because that'll just eat up airtime now that we have a pretty full panel. Because I like to watch that channel and just, see what they drop every week. And in the UK, mostly vintage stuff. I think it's all vintage or neo vintage. And then they really get into depth and details about the pieces. But what are you doing for the 4th? SLC.
Oh, we're doing nothing. We're just hanging out.
Barbecue.
Just
or
barbecue and fireworks. Just watching fireworks. So we're just chilling.
Cool.
Yeah.
How about you, Kurt, in the Lone Star State?
We're getting together with some friends. There are going to be fireworks everywhere. It's going to be, the only thing is with the dogs, you kind of got to be careful because fireworks are basically like completely legal here, right? I grew up in Illinois. We didn't have you had them all over the place, but you had to like sneak over the border to Indiana to get them, so they weren't as prevalent as here. But it's going to be crazy.
Wait, you're telling me? Oh, okay. That fireworks are legal in Texas, right?
They're legal in Texas. I grew up in Illinois where they're illegal.
Okay, right. I was about to say, is the world, did I miss something?
No. Texas is like, oh my gosh, can we light stuff on fire? There's a forest over there. It's dried up. Why don't you shoot it over there?
Correct.
Yeah.
Everything is legal in Missouri. We have no laws.
Guns,
that's not true.
Guns, gold, and a getaway plan.
Yeah.
That's right.
Guns and gold.
So I guess I could tell this. This is one of those. It's not as bad as bidding a huge amount of money on a watch, but I did kind of feel like an idiot when I picked up this watch. So I had this discussion with my sales associate about the Land Dweller, and I was like, "Have you seen one yet?" This was like a few weeks ago. I'm like, "Have you seen one yet?" And she's like, "No, I haven't. I'm really excited to see it." And I'm like, I wouldn't want one, I don't think, but I'd love to see it. And so 2 days, this week, she goes, "Hey, we got a Land Dweller in for exhibition. Do you want to come check it out? When can you come by and check it out?" So I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'll come over." I no rush or anything. And so I drive over there, and then she's like, "Yeah, sorry, it's still in the box." And I open the box and it's distanced. She's like, "Oh, by the way, this is yours." So that's the little.
Oh, dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's the purple guy.
Cool. Cool.
It's real chill. It's actually, I've said this a few times. It's as effeminate of a watch as I would wear, but it's the right size, the 36, so it's still a men's size. It's purple. It's like a really mild lavender purple. It's gorgeous. But it was kind of funny. I was like, well, So basically, instead of showing me a watch that I have no interest in, you're like, I'll need $6,700, and but no, it's good. It'll be
That's
cool.
awesome.
Yeah. So I have a plan that I've been working on. I want to get an Oyster model for each niece and nephew I have. So I have two right now. I have a 1983 Oyster Prince, or not an Oyster Prince, Oyster Precision that I inherited. I'll leave that for one of the nephews, and then this, because it's so versatile, I can leave it for me. I can give it to my niece when she's older. Now she's like really young, but when they're older. So
All right. So
What do you think of the 36 millimeter though? Is it okay?
I've always worn 36
Oh wait,
millimeter.
hold on. I gotta go.
It
full
looks
screen.
good on your wrist though. Like it
Yeah.
looks good.
Hold on.
I always
It-
wear it. First of all, it's a light color. Light colors do look bigger. Second of all, 36 is just so the Oyster Precision I have is a 35, and I wear it quite a bit. It's a little bit of a pain because it's not a perpetual, but like, I mean, it's not that small. It's actually like
No.
the look I'm going for.
Oh, it looks good.
That looks incredible, man. That is the lavender,
Thanks.
and they should have made it in 41, but they didn't. Can you put that
No.
a little closer? Because I have you full screen, but I think our viewers
Yeah,
are in
hold
for a treat, man. That is.
This thing is
Good.
sick. It's
That is
really a cool
great.
little guy.
Oh
Yeah.
man, that is.
Yeah, very cool.
That's great.
Has my face. Damn streamer.
Man,
Yes.
maybe I can score that from my Rolex AD. It won't give me anything else. Maybe I'll say, hey, let's go 36 because you're not hooking me up with 40.
Yeah,
41.
I mean 36 is king, man. 36 is the one that, I mean, like, the thing that's funny is, like, I know the 41s are in vogue, and like, if you get a 41, good for you. That's really cool. I've owned 41s. I actually like the way they wear, but they're a little bigger than I'd like.
Yeah.
I think the thing is, though, to keep in mind is, like, 36 is still a dude size. I mean, like,
Yeah.
Tony Soprano wore a 36, right? Like, it, and also, like, if I ever did want a day date, which I'm not saying I do and I'm not saying I don't, I probably would want the 36 because all the cool colors come in 36. Like, all the cool stuff in the day date is in 36, basically. Like, there's just, I mean, they're gorgeous. And so, 36 is a great size. I don't like, so like, but if it's 36, I don't want anything with a bezel, right? So like the new Ingenieur, I think that's like a 37. Like, that's pretty small. But that dial is just tiny, right? Like, it comes down to the size of the dial, really.
Yeah. Before we go any further, I do have to give a shout out to the owner of the channel and the sponsor of this show. I have to play. I'm obligated under contractual obligation to play this. So let's take a quick short break, and we'll be right back.
Come and get it! 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 You won't regret it in 2022 at Tip Top Snack Bar!
And 2022 is always the play.
It is. Well, the options are limited on when you're not paying for StreamYard, and you're dealing with whatever preloaded content we have. And here's a shout out to another oldie but goodie.
Yesterday's price is not today's price. Yesterday's price is not today's price.
And that did not age well, ladies and gentlemen. Or I should say lady and gentlemen, if there's any lady in the chat, which I doubt there is.
Hi, well,
So
I don't see Jen. Yeah, it's really bad when you're like, do you see any ladies? I'm like, I don't see Jen. It's like,
So-
great.
I got to present something because there was something in the chat. Let me share. There's two things.
I should be nice because, let's be honest, Linda has the best collection of any of us, basically.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, yeah, when you can buy women's sizes and you love watches, damn, your collection's incredible.
So this was This was submitted by, let me mute my mic, right? I got to do that, I think. By Vimal. So let me play a little bit of this. I'm not playing the whole thing, but let's just take a look at this 34 millimeter chiclet Royal Oak, the 77350 CE. I don't know who made the movement. Probably, I'm going to guess JLC, but I'm not sure of that. Hold on.
Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmasso@thewatchbox.com. It's in the description below. Your purchase and pricing email question line for buying this or any watch you see on any Watchbox platform. Reach out to me directly for pricing. Email tmasso@thewatchbox.com. Today, we are discussing a watch that launched in 2020 and embodied a number of famous firsts. So this is the first small size Audemars Piguet Royal Oak that has a mechanical movement. Previously, quartz and 33 millimeters. This is 34 and mechanical. This is the first ceramic Royal Oak that is not a complication, which is very important. And this timepiece that you see right here is also not a lady's watch. It is considered to be unisex, and I'm going to show you why. It's also the first of the smaller Royal Oaks to be made in ceramic. So there is a lot going on here. Taking a quick look, it's the AP Royal Oak Black Ceramic reference 77350CE. It is 34 millimeters in diameter, 8.8 millimeters thick. It is 43.4 millimeters if you're just measuring lug to lug. And if you measure these end lengths, which are the actual outermost measurement of the watch, the total distance across the wrist is 46.5 millimeters.
I'm guessing he recommends these for wrist sizes between 1 and 700 centimeters.
There you have it. Shout out to 1916 Company, not a show sponsor, but you never know. That was
Right.
Tim Masso.
Very, very trustworthy guys, I find.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes, very knowledgeable as well. So
In
I'm
fact-
wrong. It's a 2020, by the way, and it would be an AP movement, in-house movement. It's a good-looking watch, I got to say, Vimal. 34 is going to be pretty small for a unisex watch. I didn't get to the part where he explains why, but it looks like gold screws and gold hands and indices, and yeah, the seconds hand.
It is super nice looking. I mean, it looks really good.
It actually does.
I'd have to see it on like a normal size wrist. I don't remember. I can't remember if Tim also has a small wrist or a large wrist. I think
He's a small wrist.
yeah, that's okay. That's what I thought. So I have no idea what that actually looks like, right? Like you don't realize how small those things are until you try them on. But you know what? If it looks good, but some of the dimensions on these tend to be pretty crazy, right? Like even like the overseas, those, the overhang is real. It's a very large watch.
It is, and I mean that 34 is going to wear. It will wear like a 36. You have to add 2 millimeters, so you're actually in day 36 territory. If you think about it, which it would be small on a 7.25 and up wrist, or it would look a little small. But ceramic, it's a good looking watch. Here's a chat from Bob, NYC, but I think I want to have SLC weigh in on this question. I know what my answer is. Do you have a better chance getting a piece you want from a Rolex? I think he meant Rolex AD.
No, it's actually a
What does he
Rolex.
mean, Rolex AP or from Patek?
Rolex. Is it easier to get a Patek or a
Rolex?
Is there a choose like an option none? Like none of these are a good option? I would, from my experience, I mean, obviously, like where I've purchased all my watches, there are Rolex and Patek AD, and that's where I've created my relationships. Initially, I started with Rolex and then worked into Patek. But I think it's not so much a brand, but just models. Like which models are you going for within that brand? And so I would say that right now it seems like a good watch to be able to start that relationship with would maybe be a two-tone Datejust or some sort of a Datejust model, and then kind of just work your way up. But I would say for sure, I have had not a lot of experience with AP, so I don't know how APs right now. But Rolex and Patek, it for sure is relationship and purchase history experience.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Are there any like with Patek? Are there any like I don't like talking about expensive watches this way. Are there any dogs that like you can actually buy, or is it just you can't buy anything at your Patek?
no, I think that with Patek, like, so my relationship was a little different. I started during, like, right before COVID started, and so I got into Rolex, and then I did buy some Patek that were like not like this ultra hype models. But like if you went into like a Calatrava, maybe
Yeah.
would probably be your first star, or
Mhm.
I think that's probably where I would shoot for him in Paddock. But like what's hard is a lot of these pieces now, like even for me, I mean I'm not like I've been downgraded to like the current purchases, like who's currently buying right now. And so like it is really hard to get anything right now. And so with Paddock, like even with like my history, purchase history, it's difficult. So I don't know, it's hard if you want anything stainless steel or anything Aquanaut or Nautilus. I mean it's hard to not just go gray.
Yeah.
I
I
mean
agree with that. I mean,
that's my 2 cents.
yeah. Yeah.
You're
I
gonna
would.
lose a lot of money.
Yeah, I would say, right, the amount of pieces you'd have to buy from Patek to get the piece you want. So Bob's
Yeah.
question says the piece you want, right? So I guess it depends on what piece you
Yeah,
want.
what that is.
If you're talking about an Aquanaut, let's say, or Nautilus,
Yeah.
you have to buy at least 3 dress pieces. So Calatrava, maybe you get the 50, which one? The 5212.
Like or 6119, maybe that's a good start.
Yeah, you could maybe get
Okay.
that asphalt. What are we calling it? Is it that sand that
Yeah.
material looking watch? I don't know the reference on it, but you got to get a bunch of Calatravas or
Yeah.
other dress pieces at higher price points too. I would think, and
Yeah.
with
Kind of that kind of
Rolex,
money.
but with Rolex, I think what Kurt said earlier is true. If they have a jeweler, if they're an AD that also sells jewelry, and let's say they're just Rolex, they're not Patek, or they may have Tudor. You could buy
Tudor,
Tudors.
Breitling, IWC, Cartier, like
Yeah,
you just have to start somewhere.
correct. If you
Yeah.
get like a Tudor, I'm thinking about, hey, I'll buy a Tudor from you guys because I like the Tudor Pelagos, right? The
Yeah.
GMT with the fixed lugs.
Oh, the Mr. Pelagos GMT.
So the FXD GMT or Zulu time.
Yeah.
Titanium, great watch. I saw it in the metal. I love that watch. I can get it a lot less from Berdines, right, from Marco. But if I paid full retail for it at Tudor and my AD, they are a Tudor and a Rolex AD. They also happen to be a Patek AD. They might get me a Rolex a GMT. Let's say I want to get the not the Pepsi, but one of the other ones, the Bruce Wayne. I could buy some jewelry, buy a Tudor, beg them, and maybe I'll get something I want. Whereas Patek, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, and I do think though that it's not just all purchase history. I do think too you have to have some sort of a relationship, and there has to be some sort of not just proving yourself, but just showing that hey, I'm into the actual watches.
Right.
I'm not here just to make a buck.
See, the thing is,
Right.
I agree with that in part, but I also know too many stories of people that fake that I don't know what the right word is. They hoodwink the ADs or they talk a good game and they get these pieces allocated to them and they're out the door. They're on chrono or they're flipping them like in a week. And so I don't know, man. It's like you could try to be genuine, but that whole I'm a collector, I'm an enthusiast, and let me show you why. And
no, I don't think that's the route. But I think that in order for you to be able to get the pieces you want, you're gonna have to have a relationship not with only just your salesman, but you're gonna have to know the whole company.
Right.
You're gonna have to know the sales
Manager.
manager. You're gonna have to know whoever the director is. You're gonna have to know who. Like it's not just a hey, I'm gonna roll in here and get a Pepsi or whatever else.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that does happen.
building the relationship.
Yeah.
I agree with that. I think
Yeah.
that's why I was saying earlier, I need to, if I really am serious about trying to get another Rolex at retail that I actually want, to have a sit down with the manager and just tell
Right.
the AD, hey, I'd like to meet your manager. I'd like to meet with the manager and bring what do we say, Dunkin' Donuts or Krispy Kremes?
Just bring a nice bottle of Chateau Mouton Rothschild.
I
Oh, that
think.
was, yeah.
Oh God.
Out
I
the
think
back door.
for the most part,
At a brown paper bag,
Yeah.
envelope with
See,
unmarked large bill.
these stories just make me cringe.
I know.
no. So to be fair, I have had 2 sales associates say that they just want to like you, right?
Yeah.
Like there is something to be said for just like being friendly, trying stuff on, like making their day go faster.
Yep.
Like a lot of them remember that, and I think that's probably bigger than any like expensive
No.
expensive
sure.
wine or anything like that, right?
Not sending them some dumbass text about how you need a watch because it's your 30th birthday or whatever. Like, what it just, yeah, you got to have a better relationship.
And on the other extreme, I've heard stories, and I can't vouch for the verity of these stories, of some ADs basically making you apply, like fill out your life history.
Oh yeah, well yeah. That's what Sylvester Stallone did with Patek when he got.
I had to make an application for my 5811.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Came.
Listen, if Stallone could Stallone the Grandmaster Chime, in less than 2 years, unopened, sealed, hermetically sealed, never taken out of the box. I don't know, man. If he could hoodwink the board of directors of Patek Philippe, man, think about it. That's high level.
Yeah, well, he's a famous guy.
Yeah, but there's people who do it left and right, man. And there's dealers, gray market dealers, that have been greasing. I don't know. They've been getting pieces allocated to them because they'll buy half their store's jewelry, and or other pieces that they're looking to get rid of.
The shadiest stuff for me is when they openly tell you that if you buy this watch, you'll have a better chance of getting a Rolex. Like, especially like I've had that happen at 2 different places, and not the one that I bought this latest one at, but like they'll be like, "Oh yeah, you buy that watch, you'll definitely get a Rolex." I'm like, I don't think Rolex or IWC want you saying that to me, right? Like
now. Even though Bob didn't ask this, or well, he kind of did because he typed AP in there. I'm going to throw my 2 cents or share my story about AP. So there's a Manhasset AP boutique, or AD, I should say, that subsequently closed. And I looked at a few pieces. I didn't register interest in the pieces, but I tried them on when I was there. One was a rose gold on the strap. I guess it was the 15500 or 510. So the rose gold with black dial. And then I tried on the offshore diver. And, a couple of months later, I got a call. Actually, I was introduced through a mutual friend to the store manager and said hello to him. And they had me in their database as an AP owner because I purchased from a totally separate independent AD in New York City. And so they knew I was an AP, customer or whatever. But I bought that watch gray as well. Well, not gray, but I bought it from an AP AD, but not new. So in any event, a few months go by and I got a call for the AP Royal Oak Diver. I think it was the gray combination, right? With the piece at E. It's a big watch and I like the watch, but they were offering me that watch and I'm sure I could have gotten a code if I really wanted to, and maybe even an offshore chrono because they were just not selling those. Mm-hmm. So I passed on it because, again, I was not that interested in the piece and I can get it for $10,000 less. So if I bought the piece, now you can get in their good graces and then possibly if you want to try to get a Royal Oak, or Royal Oak Chrono in steel, or maybe in a precious metal, you're on your way. You're kind of on your way. But what happened was that AD was pulled several months later. They lost their relationship. It happened to be London Jewelers. And so what if I bought that piece, I would have no relationship. I'd have no history. That AD is gone.
Yeah.
Right. So I kind of dodged a little bit of a bullet. So my view would be you go straight to the piece you want, and you may have to pay a premium, but that's the way I would do it. Look at AB knows.
For sure.
It's all about donut diplomacy. Hey, I bought my AD. I gave my AD a nice bottle of Macallan. I think it was Macallan 18.
That's nice.
New York edition.
Yeah.
My sales associate doesn't drink, or at least I'm pretty sure she doesn't drink. So I'm always like, I'm the fancy restaurant gift card guy, right? Like, just give them a gift card to like a fancy restaurant, and they tend to like that.
Yeah. So Bob goes right to the gray and get what.
That's what I do.
I'm thinking Daytona. I'll have to do that. I don't want to wait around. Like, if I'm going to wait 10 years and spend a bunch of money, I mean, Daytona
just buy gray market. Don't waste your time.
Their prices are falling like a rock too. I think they're down to like 23 now. You can get a black dial.
Yeah, get the engineer. Just get the engineer in ceramic. Get the
no,
the Ingy
poison.
So here's what did I want to say? I like the experience though of getting a piece from a Rolex AD. I feel like we put in a lot of time, like not with the ADs, but just in general, and we are aficionados or enthusiasts and collectors. Like, I feel that the watches should go to people like us, to be honest, and not to others. I mean, it could go to others too, but I don't know. I feel like Rolex, if they had their way, Rolex corporate, why not get watches on wrists of people like us?
So the only caveat I'll add is I would say, like, in pecking order, if I were running Rolex, we would be two. We would be number two. We would be behind the guy who's in his 40s, wants one watch to celebrate an achievement, and never wants to buy another one. And you know who those people are, right? It's obvious. Those people should get they always want, like, a Submariner.
Mm-hmm.
Great. They should get all the Submariners they want, right? Like, number one. And then I want all the fun shit.
Yeah.
But they only buy one watch, so they're not great buyers, right? Like,
yeah, there's no relationship there.
No.
I guess, but like, I don't know that, like, I guess I'm looking at it from like a Rolex standpoint.
Yeah.
Rolex has no shortage of buyers, right? Like,
right.
In fact, you could argue they're probably having even fewer buyers because people know they can't go out and buy one.
Right. You know what? But what's crazy is what SLC said is the same thing that I've heard, and I think Mitch has heard, and you've heard, Kurt, is that we keep hearing that they have no watches, right? I mean, the watch market is dead. Prices have been sinking like a stone for 3 years now. No one's interested into the hobby, and I wonder what Rolex's numbers are going to be this year. Probably higher.
They're going to be higher than last year. They're going to sell more than what they did last year.
Well, they raised prices too, so that's always.
What do you think? 1.3 million watches this year, something like that? Wasn't it 1.2 or something last year?
Yeah, I mean, like,
so I would assume it's just going to get higher, and it's just, I mean, it's Rolex is just such a different thing, especially because like the demand for literally every piece is crazy. Like Like, unless it's like some weird ass two-tone thing they can't sell, right? Like,
right. Okay, so now
it's not even a base model. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
No, it's okay. I want to move off the Rolex talk for a minute, and I think that some of you folks will definitely appreciate this one. I'm going to share my screen and play it. Well, actually, I think it's just a photo. Here's a watch from a Holy Trinity brand that we all know and most of us love.
Daniel Wellington.
There it is.
Oh, there it is.
This is a watch that was auctioned off on Moda 2 days ago, and I was watching this auction intensely. And I'll tell you about what ensued in the auction with about 10 minutes to go. But first, let me present this piece.
Moda is so fun.
Oh my God! I mean, a lot of the auctions are kind of weak. You could pick up some pieces, as we know Nate has, for some really good deals. If there's like a quiet piece like that, doesn't garner a lot of interest, and people really, I mean, there are a lot of dealers on there, so they generally know what's out there, but they know what they can sell quickly, and those are the pieces that generate the most interest. But here's a piece. This piece is a unicorn, and I think this is one of the most elegant, sporty dress pieces out there today, and I think the price is not too bad. So here it is.
Oh God, this thing. What was the price on it?
Here it is. So that's what I want you guys to weigh in on and get.
Is this the ultra thin?
Yes.
What is
this is the 15. This is the 2000V ultra thin, very short production run.
Yeah.
Maybe even 1 year. I know it came out
it was 1 year.
Yeah, 2017, and it's a smaller case, I think. And let's see if they have the dimensions. It's a 41. I want to say, look at that.
Yeah, it's the best. It's probably the best fashion run. Like that thing.
2000V. Trying to get the specs on it.
Yeah, like better than a 222. Better than, it's just like.
Here it is, man.
It's gorgeous.
Ultra thin. It's I think thinner than the Royal Oak Jumbo or.
Yeah, they're sick.
Sick.
No date. Look at, I mean, it's just so symmetrical.
See that? It's got, even they did blue at the 5 minute markers.
Yeah.
They did that a little touch of blue, right? And this is, I would call it I don't know, it's like a gradient sunburst.
Yeah.
It's grayish. I think it's
I think it's gray. Yeah. This makes it look like it's brown, but it's.
Yeah, that's
the lighting's a little weird.
They have the traditional one in brown, but I think this beats that.
No, yeah, definitely. This is a straight unicorn. This thing is. Now I want to know what it sold for, because I've seen listings of this. The thing is, it's not that they're super desirable. It's just they're really hard to find. Like there aren't very many.
There's not, but occasionally they will pop up.
Well, the whole damn brand makes 20,000 watches in a year, and this is like the smallest release of that line.
All right, I'm going to say 37,000.
I've seen it for higher, but yeah, I think that's not bad. 35 seems right.
No, well, let me just wait a minute. Let me give you more specs. This is white gold, by the way.
Oh, all right, that changes it.
Yeah. Please adjust. Yep. 37,000. I'll buy 10 of these.
No, that's stainless.
Yeah, this is
100. Yeah, that explains why I saw it for like
this
100
watch,
grand.
I'll tell you, at the height of COVID, this watch, again, according to the Motor Chat, but I think it was definitely close to way up there. This was trading at like over 200 something thousand.
200?
They said 200. They said 250 on Moda, but I don't know if that's true. But let's just say
made up.
Let's just say it was definitely north of, I'd say, 150, even if not 200. It was high, man. This is way up.
Yeah, 100%.
Way up there. But that's not what it sold for at Moda. So what happened with about 10 minutes left, the bid was sitting there at 48. Now, I talked to one of our savants, right, during this auction, because I said, holy shit, if I could have this in the collection, it's game over. It's like, I think you're done, or done for a while.
Yeah,
it'd be great to have, and so I wasn't even looking for a flip. I was looking, hey, what's a good value, for this watch? Like, if you could find it or source it, from wholesale, what should I be paying for this thing? And it was coming from overseas, and it's Moda, so there's always.
Of course, it is. It's the overseas.
Yeah, it's coming from overseas, right? It's like ships from Hong Kong or wherever they sourced it. So the bidding was at 48, and my source, who we all know, was telling me 52 would be the price, not a penny more, right? So it's at 48. 10 minutes left, 5 minutes left, right? I'm like, what's going on here? Is this just going to sit there? And like, I'm thinking, do I have to move money to my bank account to make the wire on this thing? Should I be dropping a bid right now? And so it's the bid start going up. There's 4 bidders now, and it goes to 49. It goes to 50, 51, 50. It hits 52, blows right past it.
Yeah.
Goes to 53, right? Now there's like 3 people bidding. Now there's 2. It keeps going up by increments of 500 and then 1,000. I don't know why they didn't, because you could bid up like by hundreds. People were just bidding. These 2 bidders were like just 500 each time. You know, one would go, to 58.5. Then the other would go to 59. Then the other would go to 60.
It's almost like it's just fun for them.
I think so. And they must have FU money. And because they were like, they knew each other, I could tell. So what do you guys think the final hammer was on this auction?
No idea.
All
Like
right.
once you get in a bidding war, all bets are off, especially when it's more than 2 people.
Right. And so, by the way, each time like it came, they added another 5 minutes because they were in that soft close. So they kept it open, right? And gave people more time. It ended up hammering for $67,000.
Oh, I mean,
there you go. 67,000.
That's
Plus
yeah.
ship.
I mean, the problem is like, yeah. I mean, Cap, like if 52 is what you were willing to pay, like the thing is, man, you got to like if it's me, like I can't just drop 57,000 something. Like
No, 52,000 would be a ton of money to drop on this.
no, you'd have to like, yeah, I know. And then you like, even if you were like, okay, I'll move the blue one.
I know.
You're gonna get like 24 for it, right? Like,
and I don't want to. I don't even want to move the blue one. I was thinking, shit, what do you do with the blue one? Because I love that blue one. It's such an all-purpose watch, and it's like, you don't need any of this, but you get a second overseas.
At that price, though, how much is it? Just a 222?
I think less.
I think
close, maybe. I think it's 60 something, right? The 222s are now under retail, I think, or close to retail.
Well, the silver, the steel 222s are like, I don't know what they. So like that one, you almost just go to the AD and ask for it, and you might actually eventually get one. Like it's not. I don't think you need a purchase history or anything. I think you just go to that AD and say, hey, but I don't know. Yeah, I think but I think this is a lot better than a 222. I mean, like the 222, we've talked about it a lot. Like the water resistance is crap. The movement's kind of crap. It's just not as rugged. No quick strap change, so I can't wear it for 4 months of the year, right? Like, because I'm not gonna wear a bracelet right now. Like I'm not wearing a Vacheron bracelet in the summer. Like it's a nightmare. But like the overseas, like this thing, I mean, the thing about overseas is like 150 meters of water resistance. Like that's awesome. Things are monsters.
Yep. I agree. I'm going through all this history, trying to see. Okay,
rugged.
Now they're getting to it. Oh, here it goes. So this is okay. So this retailed for $55,750 back in 2017. So 67, you're talking about a $10,000 premium for the only overseas ultra thin they ever made.
I guess I didn't realize it was gold, but that makes sense.
Yeah, this is it's the world's thinnest automatic movement with a full rotor. I mean, this is insane. It says gray brownish dial. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't even know what 222s are going for now. I know they're kind of, I don't know. I feel like they kind of fizzled.
Geneva sealed, 40 millimeters, 7.5 millimeters thick. This one's only waterproof to 50 meters, by the way, Kurt.
Oh.
So no water for this guy. I mean, you could probably go in a pool, but I don't know if you want to do it.
The 222s, Like
that.
the new 222 starts at 32, but
Look
I
at the
think
thinness on that.
Looks so cool. So
that does
fun.
look so cool. No date.
Super clean.
Only 50 meters of water resistance.
Only 50, unfortunately.
What
40,
are you
40
gonna do?
meters. So it wears even that much tiny bit better.
Well, because if you got that damn gold brick on your other wrist, you're sinking to the bottom. Oh, look at that. The case back's
Yeah, let's look at the
gorgeous.
rotor.
I mean, it looks like it's an overseas rotor,
Yeah.
but it's gorgeous.
Yep.
You can see the. Can you see the ceramic bearings? I think you can.
I can't see him, but
No, I think normally you can, but that's
it's pretty.
interesting. Yeah. And this is the full Vastron movement too, with the none of this Val Fleurier crap.
Interchangeable straps on this bad boy as well. See that? Quick
Yeah, I
change.
do love a
release.
good.
Quick release.
I do love a good quick change strap.
Yep. Let me know if you want me to pull anything else up, and I will do that. So I'm going to stop screen.
Somebody asked about the new Time and Tide stuff.
Oh,
Have
you did.
you looked at that at all?
I haven't.
I
White
do
Dial's Zenith Time and Tide collab. Where's Ari G?
They look so cool.
Zenith. God. All right, I'll look it up.
They actually do look really cool. I haven't had a really good chance to look at them, but like I saw it, like it's cool that they did it.
Zenith Time and Tide. Hold on. So SLC. Well, I guess there's nothing. What else is on your? Anything else on your wish list?
Just waiting. So I was invited to go to the U.S. Open with Rolex. That was fun.
Oh, I think I
Oh my
saw that.
God.
Yeah, that's incredible, man.
Yeah, so that was a really good experience.
Wait a minute.
And
You were in. Were you there on Saturday?
no, I was there on Thursday, so this
Okay,
just the first
gotcha.
day. But they took us to like Laurel Valley Country Club, and then we went to Latrobe, where Arnold Palmer, his country club. So that was fun.
Mhm.
But so that whole experience was really good with Rolex. I'm hoping to maybe get another Daytona of some variant in the next little bit, but we'll see what happens. So not holding my breath, but we'll see.
Yeah, that's really cool. You were close to where I was because I was at a wedding. Well, not close because I think you were in Pittsburgh, right?
Yeah, I was in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, which is, I understand, is about 4 or 5 hours from where I was in Pennsylvania. But yeah, that was a pretty cool tournament too. I forgot who won that one. Yeah.
I like golf, but I mean I was just there for I'm like, I can come to an event, great.
That's incredible.
Send me.
I was gonna say.
They flew you out. Hey, look, if Rolex invites you to an event, you kind of gotta, I think you should
I was
go.
gonna say, based on the description, it sounds like SLC won the tournament.
Yeah, I won. It was incredible. I mean, Rolex they don't mess around. And it was hilarious. One of the like takeaway that they gave us, they gave us this bag when you got to the hotel. Opened the bag, and it was the same sweater Roger Federer was wearing when the Land Dweller that leak came out. So it was kind of a fun little, hey, here's the sweater and whatnot. But it was cool. It was a cool experience. So I had fun.
It sounds great. All right, so what I'm gonna do, as I'm trying to get rid of this comment off the screen, hide.
I was gonna say the one in the middle, the pixelated one, that looks interesting.
I think that's the one he's talking about. We're gonna play this. I'm gonna play this.
I was just gonna say, yeah. I was hoping they actually presented a watch that was pixelated. That'd be really cool.
Oh, that would be interesting.
It's just blurry. No,
here's my blurry watch.
That's right.
My name's Blurry Face and
Play. Hit play. Let's not get demonetized. Oh, we won't get demonetized because no one will know what song it is.
Not on that. I could sing a song. We're not monetized. We never will be monetized.
That's true.
The show is, this is free. By the way, this is fair use. Fair use. This is Time and Tide. Time and Tide Watches. Shout out to Time and Tide Watches. Not a show sponsor, but we're always open to new sponsorships. So Andrew McCutcheon,
I was just gonna say, you should, every time somebody joins this stream, you should be like, "Welcome SLC, not a show sponsor."
Trying to find our footing on this. We're satellite Rogue channel off the Watch Hangout.
We're like Rebel streaming the Rebel streams. Yeah, that's right.
JJ. We are
not a channel sponsor.
Nobody knows. We are. Absolutely not.
We're like Voice of America.
I might be fired from the Hangout if he knows what's going on.
Shout out to JJ, not a channel sponsor.
Yes. Let me play some of this. I'm not playing the full 7 minutes, so don't worry. We'll forward it so we can see the watch.
The funny thing is, you wait years and years for these moments. This is the third watch in the Surfer trilogy. It's underneath my hand. I've been waiting what feels like years to reveal this to you. Then the moment comes and you don't know how to say what you need to say, how to tell this story. This is the third watch in the Surfer trilogy that we embarked on with Zenith in 2021 with the Defy Classic Skeleton Night Surfer. And it concludes with this. You ready for this? The Defy Skyline Skeleton White Surfer in white ceramic. So this is my personal story of how this watch came to be and how our first ever big limited edition, the Defy Classic Skeleton in 2021, how did we go from this to a trilogy? I was talking to Marcus about how to phrase this review before we started filming. Night blue of this twilight gradient, begin to look at how could we capture this white tone.
Do you know what the price
in the material of the case and bracelet? And our first thought there was ceramic. Is there anything that pops quite as hard on the wrist in this summertime ocean context
nice color,
as
man.
a white ceramic bracelet and case?
Okay.
Let's
comment, guys. Fair use, guys. We gotta
amazing
commentary on this thing.
It's really cool.
Beautiful, right?
It's really cool.
It is.
They've done a really good job.
Damn. I could see REG rocking this piece, can't you?
Totally.
This is an REG watch.
It's the REG watch.
Is there a better I gotta tell you, is there a better white ceramics, watch for the summer?
No, the blue is incredible.
That's a tremendous blue. Well done.
Yeah. I love some of the ceramic stuff brands are doing now, and this one
I do too. I got to tell you, this leapfrogs, and I like that IWC black ceramic. Is that a Chrono, the black ceramic engineer?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I like that, but it's very I'm trying to think. What the hell? It's maybe I'll pull that up next, but I like that watch, but JJ doesn't like it because it's all black. I mean, it's basically as black as you can get. It's black on black. This is the opposite of that, man.
This is pretty much the opposite. It's gorgeous.
For the summer, incredible. Let's see. Should we play any more of this? What do you think? Let's play a little bit more.
I guess if I had one problem with
a sympathetic ice blue color treatment to all of the movement.
Blue.
So what this effect has on the watch is that it almost blocks the color so that the gradient from a light blue at the base all the way to a dark blue at the top is even more consistent and pleasing to the eye because there's no jarring with the color of the movement behind it. So in addition to the white ceramic.
By the way, I just want to pause for 1 second. Did you guys catch the Bark and Jack plaque right over here? I got to tell you, this studio, incredible. Like is I guess this is where I don't know. I guess this is in maybe the UK. This is in London, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know if he's based. I guess he's based in London, not Australia, right? Like he's
Well,
from Australia.
He moved to London. He
Yeah.
used to be based in Australia.
And he's opening up or is opened. I know they have space, and I don't know when their grand opening is in Soho.
Yep.
I can't wait to check that out, and I hope he does kind of an open house where he's going to be there because I think he does excellent work. I love.
Yeah, he's really good.
Andrew McCutcheon. I mean, look at look at the sound quality, the videography, the staging, his T-shirt. Anyway, I'm going to play more before.
I guess the one problem I have with the watch, and I don't really have a problem with the watch, but I think it's such a big slab of white that like it's almost like it loses some of the body lines. It's just so white. Like it's just like,
oh my god.
Like so.
All right, we got to watch more of this because I think there's more to see on this watch.
But wait, there's more.
I'm looking at quick change. I'm looking at adjustments on the bracelet. Let's see what's going on here.
Movement behind the bridges. There is one other big bonus to the White Surfer, White Ceramic, and that is the second strap. Now, we are entering summer in London.
Oh my god.
Yeah. No.
My head just exploded.
I don't know if you can see out the windows. It is a 30-degree day here in London, and everyone is out on the streets.
Shout out to London.
Meanwhile,
capital of the world.
The beer gardens are full, and the strap of choice for a summer day like this, without question, is a rubber strap, and a white rubber strap at that. So this watch now comes with a second strap in addition to all of those incremental improvements. So inside the case, we have the El Primero 3620 SK movement, which beats at 5 hertz. And like the Night Surfer El Primero, the watch has a screw-down crown.
5 hertz, is that high beat?
That's 36,000. Yeah.
That is high.
It's like the El Primero Chronos.
Yeah, it's
and 100 like meters of water resistance. It is a 41 millimeter case.
100 meters, 41 millimeters.
It is 12.2 millimeters thick. Now, I would say for a 41 millimeter case, this wears on the larger side because those first two links are slightly cambered. And on the wrist, it is balanced, it is sporty, and it is so cool thanks to that eminently wearable and scratch-resistant white ceramic. Now, I have a 7-inch wrist, and this watch fits absolutely perfectly. Now, those first links are slightly cambered, so it does wear broad on a 7-inch wrist, but I think you'll agree these proportions are absolutely perfect. This is the end of a trilogy that was never intended to be one. This is the end.
All right, so let's talk about the trilogy.
This thing fucks. I was just thinking, like, you got this, like, they're doing all this amazing stuff, you know, with the quick release strap or whatever. Meanwhile, Rolex is like, yeah, we don't do straps, so yeah, good luck. Good luck.
We don't care. We don't care.
Exactly. It'll be like, good luck getting in. Yeah, go to your AD to change the strap, but we don't want you to change the strap, and don't sweat to death when you're doing it yourself.
I just want to say something right now. I want to say something personal to Andrew McCutcheon if he's listening. Andrew, Time and Tide at Zenith. You know, shout out. This watch is amazing. If I am so fortunate to be bestowed and gifted one of these fabulous timepieces by Zenith Time and Tide collab, I will proudly rock it all summer, and I will show it on the Mr. GMT channel and on my Instagram. Captain Subby,
the best channel,
Subby, the Mr. GMT channel, and we all would love to see that make that happen. And I'll see you in Soho. And great job. Anyway, looking at the three, this white one, I love the white one. I'm sold. I gotta find out the price. Let's find out the price, man.
It sounds very cheap.
No, honest though, like 15, 16 grand maybe.
I'm thinking they go higher, man.
Like 20. It's 20. 19.6.
Oh yeah, there you go.
19.6.
That's Yeah. I just want to say that this is the best channel run by somebody from Australia. And by that, I mean the Mr. GMT channel.
Look at
The
that
best
loom.
channel.
What's
I
up,
was wondering-
boys?
I was wondering where you were going with that. Wait, who is this guy?
GMT.
What's happening, boys?
How did he get on the paddle? Oh, wait a minute. It's his channel. It's his show. He's the owner and the producer. We're back. Hey, Mr. GMT.
I'm back, boys. What's happening?
Back.
What's happening? Everyone doing well?
Hey, boss.
Yeah.
We're just looking
Oh,
at
you're the
watches.
boss. I'm just the worker.
No.
What's happening?
You see the name of the channel? Actually, my name
It's the name of the channel. That's just the name. You know what I like about you, Cap? You managed to get all the superstars to jump onto your panel. I don't know how you do it, but
Where
you
are
do
they?
it. Where are they?
This isn't all.
You look in the mirror, my friend, and you'll see him.
And that's because I show love. I appreciate each and every one of my panel members.
Man, you even got SLC on here, man. What the fuck?
SLC.
I haven't seen this guy forever, man.
I know it's been a minute, but it's like Captain's on streaming. I had to come check it out.
There you go. He's
Yeah, you're a legend, brother. He appreciates it. I guarantee it.
quarter, and I consider him a friend of mine. We've met. We broke some bread. We drank some drinks. Same with Kurt. I haven't met Mitch yet, but that could happen.
Yeah. I'll be coming out your way in a couple of months.
All right, sounds good. We'll hook it up if it's possible. Hey GMT, what do you think of this? What do you think of this Zenith? Oh, and I don't know if you heard the show earlier. I'm getting the poster that you sent to me, matted, and I'm gonna hang it
I
up.
heard you getting it framed.
I almost tossed it in the bin, to be fair, and then I said,
That sounds about right. It's Mr. GMT's. Fuck that thing off.
Something was gnawing at me.
Actually, he's gonna
He's a
frame it
legend.
and then throw it in the bin.
You know what he's gonna do? He's gonna frame it and send it back to me. Take your piece of shit.
No, dude, that's gonna be immortalized, or if that's the right word.
It's all right, bro. You do whatever you want with it, my friend.
No,
it's all yours.
I'm spending.
But
more
you know what? I'm
money
glad that
than
you
it's worth.
still got the boomerang. You still got the boomerang, right?
Dude, I have the boomerang, but people were asking me about that very recently. They're like, do you use this thing at all? Like, is there something I should know that you're like? Well,
Tell them you use it to catch birds, to kill birds.
No, the boomerang is very cool.
And it keeps trying to throw that away, but it keeps coming back.
Yeah. So have you seen this?
I got no idea what watch this is. I just jumped on now.
All right, I'm going to show you a clip of it. This is the Zenith Defy Skyline Skeleton White Surfer Ceramic. Wow, that's
Look,
amazing.
I like the Defiant. I really do. I was thinking of getting one, and everyone told me I'm a fucking moron, which is not far from the truth. But
Yeah, but that had nothing to do with the Defiant.
I was trying to figure out what was going on, but yeah, you're probably right there.
Check this out. Limited to 100 pieces, and the price is $19,600. Hold on, GMT. Let me show you a little bit, and then I want to ask you your thoughts.
They are a movement manufacturer almost without a wave that has just gone on and on, the longest shore break possible. I have loved every minute of collaborating and working with Zenith.
What do you think?
This is Andrews. He's doing this with Zenith. Is that what he's saying now?
Yes, this is the third watch in a trilogy of 3, I guess, skeleton ceramic or surfer ceramic watches. I don't know if they're all called surfer or ceramic, but the 5
I think it's a good looking watch. I've always loved them. I think it's a beautiful looking watch. They're very nice.
Would you pay $19,600 for it?
I'll probably get it. I'll get on the aftermarket. I wouldn't get a brand new.
Well, they only make it 100 pieces. It's pretty limited.
Oh, then I'll buy it. Yeah. If I was really interested, then I'll buy it. Yeah, but it's very nice. What would you guys do? What are you thinking?
I like them. I like all of them, actually.
Yeah, me too. I think they're very beautiful looking watches.
Yeah.
Any of the other boys don't like it? Yes, no? Piece of shit.
I love it, but I just think I'm not going to play the games to buy a 100, a 100 limited to 100 piece watch. I think I would go secondary. Wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder.
Sure,
go to a Zenith dealer and pick, and I wonder how difficult this would be to even get it at retail. I don't know. They have 100 of them. You think they'll? You walk in, you could just buy this one?
Probably not. I would
Yeah, I would
assume
say
not.
no. I'd say that I mean, they gotta have to have more than 100 ADs, right?
Right. If they have one per.
Mm-hmm.
Are the other two versions also 100 piece limited?
I have no clue.
That could make things a little bit more interesting.
Yeah. All right, so that's it on Zenith. Hold on, GMT. It's been a while since I played this, so we have to. I'm obligated by contract to show this here. So let's do it. Did we lose somebody? Oh, we lost GMT.
Perfect.
Come and get it! 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 You won't regret it in 2022 at Tip Top Snack Bar!
And here I wanted to ask his opinions about David Cornsweet or whatever his name is, the new Superman.
Oh, well, maybe he had to serve some customers or do some other things that GMT does.
That's stupid. I'm just kidding.
By the way, has anyone seen the new Formula One movie yet?
No.
Oh,
I hear it's good, but
Yeah, I heard it's good. I heard Rolex is their branding is all over it because they shot the movie obviously before LVMH and Tag.
oh my god,
has the new took over as the sponsor.
that's hilarious. So like IWC and Rolex have things written everywhere.
Yeah.
And then Tag's just like, oh,
oops.
Yeah, oops, my
I
bad.
don't know. I told my Tag AD that's one place that I know I can go in there and buy a watch.
yeah.
There's no issues there. I was thinking about picking up one of the Solargraph watches. And if I go in there, I'm going to have to buy it because I promised him I would. Yeah, so I'm not going in there for the time being. I know somebody, one of my colleagues really likes the glass box Carrera in the purple. And I was talking about the Skipper. And it's kind of funny. Initially, I never would think I would get the Skipper.
Yeah.
I thought it was just too loud for me, like just too, I don't know. I don't know if I love the colors, but now I'm like, I like that watch, man.
Yeah, I had one until recently.
Oh, you had to move on it because you were getting
One of the
something.
things I needed to liquidate to get the Gold Yachtmaster.
Do you so do you miss it? Is that something you
Yeah,
regret doing?
I have a list of the watches that I would like to eventually rebuy as
Okay.
finances permit.
Now,
What's number one on your list?
Number one, and Mr. GMT should be on here to hear it, is that I've just repurchased, but I haven't received it yet, is the White Dial Speedy.
Okay. That's a good watch.
White Out Speedy. Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to give a little shout out to hold on, let me go. I'm gonna go solo for a second. We have a new show sponsor, and it is on Brand Seekers. This is the Roger. Shout out to, there it is. Let's give him value for money.
Those are so good. I love On.
Roger. Yes, the only thing I made. Look at this.
I don't know how they do it because I used to be a
Those
Hoka
look
guy,
cozy.
but
Insane.
Ons are better.
Insane. I don't know. I've been seeing these municipal stuff. The Mark Wahlberg. They got some neat looking sneakers too. Anyway, show sponsor, or not a show sponsor, but
Not a show sponsor.
we would like them to be. A lot of show sponsors. All right, how do I get rid of this? There we go. All right, panelists. We hit the 2-hour mark. I didn't think we'd go more than 5 minutes.
There you go. 2 hours. Boom.
That's pretty good. But do you guys want to keep the party? We could keep the party going, but I just wanted to highlight that that we're at 2 hours. The viewership has actually increased now.
Oh my God.
Yep.
I'm about to split, so the viewership will continue to go up.
Yeah, I gotta get going too.
It was fun to hang out.
All right, sounds
good to see everybody.
Yeah, let's wrap this thing up then. Well, Kurt's already exited stage left. Shout out to Kurt, a friend of the show. Mitch, always welcome.
Shalom, dudes.
Friend of the show and panelist extraordinaire. He's moving up the alphabet.
Well,
it's
hard to get off the F list,
We started at Z, but we're moving up. We might be at T right now.
Yeah.
Robert Wood's going tomorrow, Cap. All right, well, if I don't see it before, well, I'm not going to see it before tomorrow, but I probably won't see it this weekend. Let us know without spoiling anything.
Right.
All right, Mitch. Thanks for showing up. Appreciate it.
No problem.
Happy 4th. Hold on, SLC. I like the glass box Carreras. Yep, me too.
Yeah.
Bob, the Roger, most comfortable sneaker I ever had. Yeah, I would agree with that. These are comfortable. I never owned a pair of. Have you ever owned Skechers?
I haven't. No.
Yeah, me neither. But everyone raves about those in terms of comfort. Yeah, these are good. I don't know if JJ is doing a show tomorrow. No idea. I doubt it. Wait, tomorrow's the 4th. It's weird
4th of July.
Yeah, no. I would. I don't want to say definitively because maybe he would, but I think on the 4th we kind of don't stream and we eat food, drink beer. It's a non-work day, and we just celebrate America.
Yeah.
Celebrate the birth of America. Let's see. He loves Skechers. Okay. Yeah, I like the ones that are like slip-ons because who doesn't love a pair of slip-on sneakers? You don't even have to lace them up. You could just slip them on and out the door. So, have you been? How's your ride lately? You still driving?
Yeah.
Driving.
I still have.
Car?
Still have the 911, so that's been good, and just things. Yeah, good. So.
I have to tell you before we wrap this thing up, I have been thinking about trading in my my 911, my Carrera. But
okay, so you have the 997, right?
I do. I have the 997 V1.
Okay.
And I've been thinking about Aussie Expat. Hey Cap. Hey Aussie. Hey Aussie. How you doing, buddy? I would say hop on the panel, but we're about to wrap up. We went over 2 hours, so we've kind of hit our limit. So we're probably going to end the show. Next time when I do one of these kind of pop-up GMT shows, love to have you on if you get the notifications. I don't do them very often, but always good to see you and hope everything is well. I'm sure you have a lot of good stories to share with us about your watch collecting experience and any new Rolex on the horizon, and you have an amazing collection. I know you love Rolex, so you're welcome here. It's kind of one of our criteria. No, it's not one of our criteria. But it's always nice to share an affinity for a brand or brands. It's kind of a bonding thing, Summer's been great. Good to hear, man. Good to hear. I think it's your cool season. Oh no, you're in Vegas or Nevada, so you're getting. I'm sure it's super hot there, but stay cool, and you know,
What are you?
we'll
So,
be.
Cap, what are you gonna do with the 997?
Oh, I was thinking about going 997 too. So just getting the PDK, just getting a little more modern
Okay.
997, getting the PDK, not going convertible though.
Okay.
So, you know, and
Coupe.
probably getting I guess they come with what is that? The maybe an aero kit or something, you know, where kind of looks
Yeah, a little more aggressive, kind
a
of
little more
GT3
aggressive.
ish.
Oh, that would be
Kind
insane.
of.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know, the GT3, or how about they have another one, right? I don't know if they have it in the 997, but and they're a lot more expensive, like just the GTs. Do they have a GT? Because I know they have.
They have a GTS.
GTS.
Yeah,
GTS.
that'd be cool.
Those are expensive though.
Yeah, just a 997 Carrera S with the aero kit would be cool.
That would be awesome.
So I
That would
love
be
the PDK. The PDK is great.
Right.
No complaints.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I heard tremendous things about it. So it's just an upgrade, but I go back and forth because it's like watches. Part of me
Yeah.
really likes that vintage, and my car's not vintage, but like I like the air-cooled Porsches, you know, going back in time, you know, to the 964s and what 928s. And I think they look so cool. Mine's kind of like getting there, but not there yet, right?
Yeah, but it's still, I mean, it's still a classic like 911, right? Like
it is. It
yeah,
is.
it's good.
Yeah. So I like that, but I don't know, the PDK and just the performance wise. And then I'm not saying I would get on a track, but I'd really like to see what those could do.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
I haven't opened mine up. I think you're allowed to drive yours a little more aggressively, right? Where you are?
Yeah, we have 80-mile-an-hour speed limits, so it's fun. But I've taken it out on the track a few times.
Really?
Yeah. So we have a track that does like autocross and whatnot. That's close to Salt Lake. But no, it's fun. Porsche, just you can't do anything like it's just the mechanics, the smell, the just history. It's just good. It's so good.
Yeah, it's so much fun too.
Yeah.
Just brings joy, you know, it brings joy. And I can't do the speeds that you're doing, obviously, where I am, and I haven't tracked it or done autocross on it. But if I may ask, what's the top speed you hit on it, if you recall?
Oh, so in mine I've hit 145.
Nice.
But the fastest was a 991 Turbo S. That was 205.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy shit! How did that feel? So you were
And
driving the car.
I'll send you. I was just a passenger
Okay.
in the Turbo S. It was insane. I mean, I wouldn't do it again.
Yeah.
But there was a place that just it was pretty crazy. But no, I love Porsche, and like there's a big Porsche community where I am. So I have a lot of buddies that everybody has their 964s, a few buddies with Singers, a few buddies with RWBs.
Oh, yeah.
So it's a good crowd of people, so it's fun.
So you know what I did on one of the other GMT shows?
Yeah.
I want to try to find that again because I think it's a cool outro. Let me pull it up and then we could sign off.
All right.
Because I know you have to get back to 4th of July prep and with the family. So let me see if I can find this. I'm not going to tell you what it is. You'll have to. I'll keep you in suspense for the outro. Let's see. See, this is why I like this channel. This is why I like this channel, because we can do whatever the fight we want. We're not bound by
not limited
any rules. No, that we don't worry about playing YouTube content. This is why I wouldn't do it. And I told JJ this is why I don't stream on Watch Hangout if I'm doing one of these streams, because we use whatever content we want. You know,
Yeah.
other channels would be concerned, let's say, even about pulling up Time and Tide's video for whatever reason. I don't know why, but you know, to me, it's on YouTube and fair use, and we're commenting on the piece, and also we're congratulating him on it as well. So I don't see anything wrong with that. But
no,
you know, we're not monetized. We don't plan on being monetized, but you know, support the channel, comment, upvote, leave a comment, subscribe, upvote. Maybe we get some momentum on this channel.
Let's do another one though. Like this
watch
is fun.
only.
It's
no
fun to talk
drama,
about
mama.
stuff.
No drama. This is all good positive vibes only, if you will. This is a chill out channel, and you know, we talk about, you know, watches and anything else, watches, cars, whiskeys, you know, the usual stuff. Guy talk in a relaxed format. All right, I'm gonna play the outro.
All right.
Thanks everybody
Cap.
for joining. Appreciate it. Thanks, SLC. Tremendous. Have a great 4th of July weekend. Thanks for coming on, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, you bet. It was fun. It was good to see everybody. So it's nice to hang out.
Awesome. You're always welcome. You're an A-list panelist on this channel. All right. Playing the outro. Everybody stay safe. Enjoy your 4th of July. Don't drink too much. And if you do not drive. Take an Uber or have someone else who's sober drive you home.
Joe, is this your car?
Maybe.
Can we talk a minute?
Okay. Let's talk.
Okay, in the car, all right? It's freezing. Look, will you do me a favor?
You want me to do you a favor?
I just need a lift.
Look, I want my egg back.
Get out of the car.
Joel, better get moving.
Come on, get out of the
I
car.
want my egg back.
You got it, all right? Let's just start driving.
When?
Now.
Open the door.
Let's go.
Lana, when do I get it back?
Lana, what are you doing? Driving.
Open the door.
Start
You gonna open the door? Hey, Buster!
Right? Oh, fuck.
Get off
Just
the
start.
car.
Just
Open
start
the door.
driving. Start driving now.
Why don't you start the car, Joel? Babe, I'm not gonna hurt you. Will you stop? Don't make a scene. Start the goddamn car, Joel! Lana, open the door. Hey, asshole, don't. Where you going? Lana! Get out of the car! I'll kill you! Who was that guy?
My manager. He gets a little crazy sometimes.
This is my friend, Miles.
You like excitement, Miles?
Love it. Okay, where do you want to go?
I don't know, Joel. I haven't given it a lot of thought, you know.
Well, tell me this. Am I going in the right direction?
Oh, shit. Here he comes.
Here, who comes? Who, that manager guy?
Hey, Guido! Big man! Hi, Guido! Big man with a gun! What are you gonna do, huh? Shoot us all! Stupid!
Alright. This guy, Guido. He's a manager?
That's right.
Or a pimp?
Well, now that's quick, Joel. You always been this quick, or is this something new?
I don't believe this. I've got a trig midterm tomorrow, and I'm being chased by Guido, the killer pimp. Miles. What? Think I can take him. What are you talking about? I'm really not enjoying this. I think I'm gonna throw up. I think I'm gonna throw up on you, Joel. Portia, there is no substitute. Fuck you.